Mike, the goal is always to, if you can raise the profile of your program, is to play on national TV, but to play well. I mean, that's the other thing. You want to play well on national TV because of the implications that it has about recruiting, about young men that are sitting in their living room and watching you. You know, it's just as much of a motivation for them also. And even more of a motivation that, you know, we're away, it's their homecoming, you know, there's a whole lot of things that are going on there. But again, it's an opportunity to, you know, to show what type of team we are, what we can be, and you know, if we play well enough, you know, to have an opportunity for people to look at Virginia and say, you know what, that's a school I'm very interested in. So it's, you know, it's great that another opportunity presents itself.
Mike, you talked on the teleconference last night about how much the defense has meant to the team this season. Of the guys who were playing significant minutes for you from scrimmage, Trey Nicholson is the only one who wasn't recruited to play in the 3-4. When you took over in 2009, did you realize that last year might be bumpy on defense as guys got acclimated to a new scheme and some players got acclimated to a new position?
I mean, that was very much, you know, that was very much the issue last year, as everyone saw. You know, you're taking guys that were two-gappers or safeties, we talked about before, that were maybe undersized, and moving the linebackers, and they got to learn linebacker fits and things like that. So it was a tough learning curve for all that, you know. But another spring season, spring practice, early August camp, guys getting bigger, stronger. Same terminology, same coaches. Get better at the technique with your hands, with your feet, with communicating. So I think that lends itself to the improvement of having the consistency of teaching the type of techniques that are needed for guys being able to play this defense like you're supposed to play it.
But you wouldn't have been shocked if someone had told you that last season was going to be rough defensively?
You always go into a season optimistic, you know, but we found out after last season, you know, that I'm an eternal optimist anyway, but, you know, so you did have to deal with some issues that, you know, maybe guys just weren't quite ready or big enough or skilled enough, but you just kind of keep believing in what you're doing, and you spend enough time at doing it, and hopefully, as you see, you know, this season we've kind of seen the benefits of sticking with a plan and practicing it and developing the players, having continuity and consistency, and then you know, you see how the guys are playing. I think they're playing really well.
Florida State has been very good against the run this year, and you guys obviously have been very successful running the ball. It seems like that'll be a matchup to watch Saturday. What have you seen from, specifically, I guess, the Florida State's defensive line, that, or I guess just their defense in general, that has made them so effective against the run so far?
They look like the Florida State of old. I mean, they got guys flying up the field. I mean, you look at it defensively. You know, Greg Reed is on Paul Hornung watch list. Jim Thorpe, award candidate. The linebacker Nigel Bradham is preseason All ACC. He's on the Gursky Award list. Brandon Jenkins, defensive end, is preseason All American. You know, so you look throughout their defense and you see guys that are vertical players up the field. They're takeoff and aggressive players. They don't do a whole lot of blitzing. They say, here we are, we're attacking you, now block us. And they got a lot of speed and athleticism that they just play sound fundamental defense, and you see why they're number one in the ACC or fourth overall in the country, total defense. They have good players all over the place, and so as I said, our work is cut out for us. It's a tremendous challenge. It'll be, we'll have to play our best game to date. No question about it. To go on the road, play these guys, in the atmosphere that I'm quite sure will be created.
Coach, in the back, based on your coat shirt tie combo, I take it you're rooting for UNC against Tech on Thursday.
No, this had to be the next tie on the deal. Next coat and tie. So, I have, you know, we always look for a very competitive game. I know that we're playing on Saturday night. We'll get in early Sunday morning, and I know that the game's being played on Thursday night. You know, so it is what it is. You know, we'll just have to prepare. You know, prepare the way we need to. But again, first things first for us is going down to Tallahassee.